Come on, there we go. Sheesh. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Sidetrack Sunday number 4 for June of 2024. It happens to be June 23rd, 2024. Welcome in, everyone. Glad you all are here for what's been my first Sidetrack Sunday in over a month. We can't hear you. Ha 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 ha. Uh-huh. Okay. Thanks, Dwight. I hope you can hear me. I can see that the microphone's working, so you know. Hey. So, anywho, let's see. I see that everybody is saying hi to everybody else. We got 17 folks in here so far. Dwight. All right, Sparky. Uh-huh. Buddy. Let's see here. I'm trying to get over to, because I was going to do something a little bit different, but I didn't. It's been an interesting day, to say the least. My one of my dogs decided that it was going to have an issue with its leg, and we thought we were going to have to take it to the vet to have it looked at, but no, she's basically worked it out. So thankfully, that was going to be an interesting. Why is YouTube not playing nicely with me here? Come on now. Sheesh. Sorry, folks. I'll get there eventually. At some point. There we go. Hey, it's finally there. Sheesh. Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, so here it is. We thought we were going to have to take her to the vet, but that didn't have to worry about that. So I came back down here and started working on some other things, and then, well, let's just put it this way: one of the things that I was working on is not working out the way I thought it was going to, and I don't know why. So I'll get there eventually. But anyway, let's see who is in the chat right now. We've got Opa Dodge, Anthony Dodge, the Model Train Outsider. Welcome in. We've got Dave over at DB Tech. We've got, I believe that's Ian over at Delmarva Railfan. We've got James over at the Dundas Junction Model Railroad. We've got Heath over at Humanity Junction. We've got Mr. Joe Rader over at the Block Rock Central. We got John 2618. We've got Mr. Dwight from the Curly Express. We've got Michael Schuster in the house. We've got Tammy and Ray from Mom and Son Train Rail Fans. We've got myself. I think I'm here. I'm really not sure. We've got Mr. Santa Fe Bob in the house. We've got John number 2 over at the Schuylkill River Valley. We've got Dave over at Sparky 107. We've got Wigwag Workshop. And then we've got Wicked Insanity. See, Wigwag, this time you weren't the last one on the list, but you were the first one in the stream. I do believe, at least the first person that chatted. So, and I thought I saw somebody else pop in while I was reading everybody else. Yep, we've got CE and I. John is in the house. And I think that is everybody. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, Rail Artist popped in as well. Welcome in. So we've now got yep, Thomas Grossi's in the house. Welcome in, sir. So, and Fred Wild. Yeah, people are still joining the stream. Well, it is 8 o'clock. Even though I start 5 minutes early, it is 8 o'clock. So let's see. So for the moment, I'm going to go back over here to Jeff. I'm sorry. That's the Jeff over at Delmarva Railfan. I'm going to have to write that down because I'll forget it before the end of the night. Trust me. Oh man, yeah. It's like I said. It's just been one of those days. So, for those that are new, For those that are new to the stream, you'll notice that there are some folks in blue that have a little wrench behind them. They are my moderators. They are here to keep me in line or keep you in line, keep me on track, which never happens. In fact, 90% of the time, they're going ahead and getting me derailed anyway. So it is what it is. Let's see. Somebody else just popped in here. Dave, BNSF N Scale is in the house. Welcome in, sir. Let's see. So, John Manaki, welcome in. Good to see you. Should we tell Ray he isn't live yet? Right. Mm-hmm. Well, that's not the one I was looking for. Thanks, Heath. No, I know I'm live. It showed up on YouTube, so I know I'm live. At least I think I'm alive. I'm not sure. Anyway, can we turn around? Jeez. Keep Ray on track. Is that even possible? Nope. Nope, I don't think so, Fred. Hey, Ken Avis is in the house. And JD over at Grandpa Rails. Thanks, Opa Dodge. Appreciate it. And you're right. Anyway, let's see. PK and W Model Works just popped in here as well. Welcome in. So, what have I been up to? Well, there's actually been, in fact, the guys from the Sidetrack Sunday crew know what I've been working on. I just have to, the issue is I don't know if they know what I ran into or found last night. So we're not going to get into that. That'll be a part of episode 17. It'll be coming out this Friday. It's like I said, this talk about being sidetracked this weekend has definitely been that. As Joe was stating, it's now 8:00 at night here and it's still like 90 degrees outside. Wait, Ray having issues? Yeah, I'm not going to even. So, what I was hoping to get done this week has kind of, dare I say, been a little bit, been a little bit sidetracked. Let's just put it that way. I'm having the issue that I had, or that I'm having, is with the backdrop itself. And no, Heath, it's not with the 3D printer. I haven't even messed with that anymore. I'm not sure. I think it's going to come down to, I'm probably going to end up getting me another one. So, and we'll just go from there. Get it done now. You're not doing anything else. Yeah, right, Sparky. Yeah, the thing is I actually had thoughts of showing what I'm doing over there, but the problem is I'm still using my daughter's laptop, which is great. I love working off of this thing because here it is. I'm not on the hard network. I'm actually on the Wi-Fi. But this thing is still trucking right along. I mean, from what I've seen, there aren't any issues with the stream doing it this way. The problem is to be able to do, because I can't use, are you making a gift for John's birthday? But I can't use the FireWire box that I've got. It's not compatible, I guess, with this computer. So I'm kind of limited with the number of USBs. So I have to borrow the powered USB that I use over at the layout for splitting the camera signals if I decide to do shots from over there. Hey, Lynn McCurdy. Welcome in. So I have to bring the 4-port USB hub over here and use that to be able to plug in the microphone and the keyboard, because I don't like messing around on the keyboard on the laptop itself. No. My big meat hooks end up touching 15 different keys at once. So I've got the 4-port hub plugged into one USB, and then the other USB is where the camera is plugged in. And yeah, I could use the inboard or the onboard camera with this laptop, but it is not a good quality camera. But in fact, I was watching and I was messing around with it. It is extremely fuzzy. So, hey, Almar is in the house. And so is Rick over at the Fultz Bailey Model Railroad. Welcome in, sir. So this particular setup right now, I think what I'm going to end up having to do is get myself another USB hub so that I can go ahead and run the cameras over there. But it's not a big deal. It's not, like I said, for right now, this is the setup that I've got, and it is what it is. Hey, Artie over at All American Model Railroad, welcome in. So, anywho, that's kind of where I'm at with that. It's like I said, I'm still messing with this rig, trying to figure some things out, and we'll get there eventually. But because of the fact that I didn't do a show in May. The last show I did was the one in April. And I thank Nisi, who isn't in here right now, but I thank her for taking Memorial Day Sunday for me back in May, because we had the family over, and I think by the time folks left, it was almost, I think, 8:30, 9 o'clock. It was a great day. I mean, we had a ball. I mean, we had a blast. But, there was just no way I was going to, I'm going to go. Sorry. So, but, like I was saying before, it's been like 90 degrees. Well, it's 8 o'clock now. It's still 90 degrees outside. I think it was like 98 today. Yesterday it was just as brutal. And, the humidity's been through the roof here in Maryland, which is humidity being through the roof down here isn't unusual. But what is unusual is for it to be in the mid to high 90s this early or this part of June. Usually that doesn't hit until like the beginning of July, middle of July before we get it. So anyway, it is what it is. So since it was so crappy outside, I decided I was going to do work down here, and I got some things taken care of, and I've been working some more on those buildings, as you all saw in episode 16. I've been working on, in fact, I meant to bring a couple. I was actually going to shift the desk back over, but unfortunately I didn't get a chance to, because when I first got Rachel's laptop today, I also had an issue where it was back to where I was dropping on, where the audio wouldn't come on. I had to go through a whole bunch of different settings to get the audio back. This computer and the webcams don't work well together. So, Artie snuggle with the bunny. Oh boy. So, anywho, that's hey, Russ is rocking O and HO trains and stuff. Hey, welcome in. A little bit of a name change. Are the sidetrack? Heath, I never got around to going back into Teespring and updating them. I need to do that. I really, really, really do. But I haven't had the chance. It seems like every time I remember it, I get, pulled off onto something else. Bunny is on strike. She's cold too. She's hogging the heater. Oh boy. It can't be that cold down there. Sheesh. So anywho, but yeah, that's kind of what I've been messing around with is these buildings, trying to get them the look a little bit more like something that you would see instead of something that's the pastel colors. They're great for when you just want to mess around. But there's snow on the hills. Well, hey, don't be told about my hair. Snow. It's 90 some degrees here, dang it. Oh man. So that's really what I've been up to. And of course this past week I had a bit of a visitor. Mr. Joe from the Black Rock Central was over. Went ahead and I worked on his DCC tether because the connector broke, which is unusual. That's just old age. Yeah. Thanks, Artie. So I went ahead and replaced both of those connectors on that tether for him. Hopefully that worked. I tried to match them up. We'll see what happens. Didn't have anybody beating down my door, so I'm guessing that everything's good. Yeah, exactly, Heath. Yeah, it's a long trip for Joe. It's what, 10, 15 minutes if it's that? Oh man. Yeah, that was great though. Because him and I talked about a few things and have not tried it yet. Okay. All right, cool. Like I said, figure if it's not working, Joe would be over here beating down my front door going, hey. 15 minutes if he's walking. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be walking over here anytime soon there, Sparky. It's been too damn hot to even go outside. You all ain't right. Sheesh. Yeah, it's funny how, here it is. We've got the community here. Sorry, I've been making a drink, not saying but yeah, okay. Oh man. Anyway, one of the things about this community is the fact that, here it is. Joe and I didn't realize how close we were until we got until I saw when he built this house, and I'm like, wait a second, I've been past that. Oh, it's too funny. So here it is. I've got folks from all over the place, and I absolutely love this. It's not hot enough. Wait a minute. It's not hot enough for the women to come out and get a tan on the beaches. Okay. I would imagine it should be hot enough. So, but yeah, it's like I said, it's been busy. I've been busy. More like getting roasted. Okay. Well, I think PK&W is getting toasted, but that's of course. Then again, most of us probably in here probably already are. Even when we were far apart. Yep. Absolutely. Boarding in 15 minutes, 60 minutes, but there isn't a plane. Well, you got to flap your arms harder, Heath. Thank goodness for headphones. I've got two of those four-legged doorbells. Yeah. The thing of it is they don't bark when somebody comes up to the door. They just bark at everything else, at everything that goes past the front of the house. Get Anthony to dive in the water and cause a tsunami if it doesn't hit a safe. Sheesh. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, Jack. Welcome in. Long time no see there, bud. Flew in on a CRJ 200. That was a piece of aviation history. Nice. I have no idea what that is, but okay. Yeah, what kind of a mess did you walk into, Jack? Well, not much. Just me sitting here rambling as usual, talking about the different stuff that's going on. And congrats, Heath, you're still alive. Jeez. What do you call a train blowing for? Hey, Dan's Model Railroad and Journey, welcome in. That was a good show the other night, sir. I'm glad I was able to catch part of it at least. All me flying lately, 30 years has been drones. Nice. Yeah, I heard Jack that you're in the process of moving your layout. I haven't. To be perfectly honest, and folks, this week was the first week I think I've had in a while where I could actually, where I didn't have something else going on and I could go ahead and jump into a couple of the live streams. Because like I said, it's just been busy. I mean, it has been absolutely nuts. Yeah, Dan, you gotta start someplace, right? And I tell you what, that passenger, that New Jersey Transit car is going to be something. Like I said, I mean, what JD and Rick and myself were working on when we were doing that, the Willamine house, which is my wife's grandparents' place. I haven't had a chance to mess with it because I wanted to get stuff done on a layout, and because of where that sits, it wasn't a priority. Number one. Number two, I hate to say, I got to a point and I was starting to get frustrated, mainly because of the fact that I can't find some of the parts that I need. Specifically the doors and the windows and things of that nature. I know they're out there. I know I can get them. I wanted to go ahead and 3D print them, but my 3D printer doesn't like the stuff that I found. It's making it 10 times the size that it needs to be. So I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm going to do. And the damn scene still ain't done. And that's exactly what I've been working on, Joe. I was actually working on that area over the weekend, and it's still not done. You're right. It's getting close. It's getting close. And of course, then again, so is Christmas. So, but yeah, I mean, it's been one of those things. I work on it when I get the chance, and then I run into problems, and then it's like, of course, then again, we all do. We all run into the same thing. We get onto a track, we want to go in this, and as soon as we get there, it's like everything's going well, and then off the rails we go. Oh man. So, it is what it is. It's always a work in progress. It's always a work in progress. And that's what that's what I've been doing. So, the other night I forgot who I was telling. I came down here and I just wanted to run trains for a change. So, that's what I did. I came down here and ran some trains, and then I went ahead and started working on stuff. We were building a house. We were Grandpa Rails. We were. And Artie, I hope that part of this is done by the time you get down here or back over here. But not asking what's in the bottle. What's in the bottle is iced tea. Lipton iced tea. It needs to be spiked is what it needs. Oh man. So yeah, I mean it's like I said. I mean I'll get there. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So yeah, I make my own there, Wicked. I actually get the tea bags. I've got one of the old Mr. Coffee iced tea pots. 8 tea bags. You fill the thing with water. You fill the jug up to the one line with water. I put a half a cup of sugar in, a third cup of lemon, and then put ice in it and let it brew. It takes usually about 5 minutes, I think, to brew the tea. And then, and then you just wait for it to cool off enough that you can squeeze the tea bags, get the tea out of the tea bags, and then, stir the whole thing up and stick it in the refrigerator. It's ready to go. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just been one of those things. There was one thing I wanted to touch on tonight. Hey, Happy Valley Hobbies. Welcome in, Ed. I don't use cold brew anymore. Gotcha. The I'm not sure if anybody in here has used Woodland Scenics inclines. One of the things I'm trying to figure out, and thanks, Grandpa Rails, we're at 2134. Cool. The Woodland Scenics inclines. The website leaves a little bit to be desired. One of the things I'm trying to figure out is I've got to get to 1 3/4 inches. And I want to use the 2% grade, which is fine. It's I think it's like a 4-foot section or some ridiculous thing. Anyway, what they don't seem to tell you on that website is if I were to buy the 2% gradient incline set, do I have to put a spacer underneath of that to be able to get 1 3/4 inches, or is it going to am I just going to need the incline itself? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is the fact, like I said, because it just doesn't seem like the website just doesn't call. What they do call out is if as you step up, you've got to put in these blocks underneath, and I'm like, well, great. I don't know if I need to put the blocks underneath of what I'm doing, or if it just goes up. And I've got some folks in here saying no. 2% grade is 12 foot long going up 4 inches. Right. And I don't even have to go up 4 inches. I only have to go up 1 3/4 inches. If you need the inclines, don't buy it. I've got some here you can have. Okay. The risers are made to go up without a shim. Well, that's what I figured, but the problem is that what's the fact that they're showing those long blocks of just the normal square stuff, and I'm like, does it go up and then you have to put? I was like, hey, I don't know. It would be 6 foot. Okay, well that's fine. I mean, I've got the space for it. It's what it is I'm going from Weichert Hill down to behind the warehouse. And I tried my own method of putting something over there, and no. You need to create easements with the risers. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I don't have to go. I'm not creating a hump there because it's going from, like I said, it's going from uptown Beauville into Weichert Hill, which is where the dam issue is. So, or the dam level is. So, coming down off of that is where I've got the problem. So, I tried using the normal foam to do it. I was going to go ahead and try and put it in there, cut it and shape it. And, oh, hey, Bernard, welcome in. Hey, welcome in, Zartaro. So, it was, where is your, she's upstairs. So, like I said, I just needed to get down from, and what I did temporarily was just put in those Atlas pier sets to get from that level down to behind the warehouse. So, that was the easy way to do it at the time. So, either or, it's Artie and Ken seem to have the stuff on hand, and that's great. Either or, guys. Ray, I will send you a vid tomorrow. Okay, thanks, Al. I appreciate that too. You'll be happy, Heath. The episode 17 talks about the metal posts, something we haven't talked about in a while. It's not a green post; it's a black post. They've always been black. Ken, anytime this week, anytime after, let's see, anytime after 5, really. Yeah, I'm open after 5 o'clock. That's usually, well, I get off of work at 5, so yeah. Yeah, anytime after 5, either or. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, sir. Red post, green post. Sparky, all right, Artie. So you will post about the black post. Oh man, look, here we go. Hey, I've actually been working on a post office. Oh, where is it? Oh. Yep, here we go. Yes, that is an old Plasticville post office. Doesn't quite look the way it used to, that's for sure, because that's what it used to, that's the color it used to be, which is a tan and a gray. I mean, the roof's still gray, but yeah, it's not gray anymore. Quite pleased with the way that came out. I've got some touch up to do, but of course I've got touch up to do on all of them. Like the yellow post the best with it. It's in the back here. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, I mean, these old Plasticville buildings, they were done with some of them were done with colors that's like what were they thinking? It was like I don't understand what the purpose of that color was. So, painting them up was a good way to go. I mean, like I said, I've got a few others over here that are, still in progress. Like the school. It's actually showing up black on the on the computer on the camera, but that's actually a dark brown. And then the roof, I went ahead and did some detailing on it. But I'm still working on the back. As you can see, the white, you got to put like two coats on there. You got to put a kind of a primer coat and then come back and put a little bit heavier coat on after the fact. Gives it something to stick to. The church, this one here probably has some of the, or had one of the bigger changes. So, I'm, like I said, I'm still working on this too. I've got some cleanup work to do. The front door, I tried painting it dark and I didn't like it, so I came back and I painted it a lighter color. I actually painted it white. Airbrush it, Ray. If I were to airbrush these things, James, it would take me longer to freaking tape it all off than what it would be to actually do the brushing itself. You really have to dress them up to make them plausible. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, it's some of the colorations on some of these buildings, it was like, huh? The pastel blue roof, that one there always got me. I was like, what were they thinking? Did I give you a mug when I was there? No. You did give Rachel one of the koozies, though. I don't think so. I do it all the time. Okay. Well, this is true. I mean, it is true. Oh, brother. Hey, HS Scale Division, welcome in. Somebody new? Oh, man, I'll have to check that out. As soon as the chat decides to catch up. But yeah, I mean, it's be better if he wore a wig. I keep telling people I've got a face for radio, Airbrush it, yeah. Oh, anyway. Oh. Okay. Cool. Sorry, I was looking at something. Are you still working on your Excel document for operations? No. Because of what I came up with this last time, Heath has been working phenomenally. I'm sure that everybody I have a face for chat. going into Heath's Heath's question here. To be perfectly honest, that was what I came up with this last time. What I've been using now, the train card system. where the let's see, I'm going to get this backwards, but one direction is odd, the other direction is even. So you'll have trains 1 and 2 will pass, 3 and 4 will pass, 5 and 6, so on and so forth. Having those train cards has made it to a point where I don't even have to look at the schedule anymore. Because of the fact that with the train cards up there, and it tells me on the train card what's supposed to be in that train. So in other words, let's take we'll take a number here. We'll say like train 5. That one there is a local freight. So I know it's going to have up to 9 cars. That's going to be a mix of box cars and refrigerator cars. And it's going to go from Harrisburg to Newtown Station. Then it's going to go over, and it's going to do a swap there. It's going to go over to what will be R.U. Coffin and Sons Casket Company and swap out 2 cars there. And then it's going to go ahead and swap out 6 cars inside of RBC Distribution before it goes down to Beauville Yard, where that train stops or ends, and another local finishes from Beauville going down to Richmond. So, it works out great. And thank you, Zaltura. I appreciate that. I'm going to, I got to make up some new ones because the folks that are on here, this was the first iteration of the shirt, and some are not active anymore. They're still a part of the Sidetrack Sunday crew, but they're not as active as they had been. So, yeah. Will the train stop at the post office? No. It does stop at a station, but it does not stop at a post office. Oh, man. So, but yeah, this here came from my Teespring store. But like I said, I think I may have pulled them down because like I said, the folks that have been a part of the crew have changed. So I haven't updated the shirts in a while, and I need to do that. So don't let Ray do operations. The patients won't survive. Oh, ha. Thanks, Artie. Appreciate that. Sheesh. Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy. I have a green B&N zipper hoodie. Yeah, I didn't wear the B&N shirt tonight. That's sitting back there. It's hanging up down here. John's had a few birthdays since that shirt was made. Like Ray had shrunk. Oh, ha. Oh, man. I must be a part-timer. What did I miss? I missed something. You didn't pay them enough peanuts. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. We'll do that. And I've actually got one that I'd like to. I was hoping that I could go ahead and help them out a little bit this year, but with the way things have been, that hasn't happened. So, for those that aren't aware, I became a member or was given a guest membership to the Baltimore Streetcar Museum, and I was hoping to be able to get down there and help them out a little bit. And well, like most of you know, things have not been going great for us the last couple of months. So hey, Steve 87 PSAP is in the house. So the weekends have been kind of tied up doing other things. So I unfortunately am not doing or getting down there the way I was hoping to. But it is what it is. Ray got a guest membership from AARP. Yeah, that's coming. Absolutely, that's coming. You need to come see the Sydney Tram Museum before I move. Okay. So anyway, that's basically what's been happening. Okay, guys, calling it a night. Oh, good luck, Tammy. Hope everything goes well. I got my AARP through the wife. I thought he got his gold star. Oh, geez. Everybody's a comedian. Oh, man. I love it. I missed this. Like I said, it's hard to believe the last time I was on was April. Insanity. My wife is 4 years older than I am. So, yeah. I did notice that I can reserve a spot at Arlington Center. It was kind of discouraging. Oh, boy. Anyway. I'm the comedian. Okay. April Fool's is appropriate. Yeah, this is true. Although the last show I did was the end of April. I think it was actually it was the Sunday after the train show. Hi. Artie's moving into the Outback. Very cool. Very cool, Zartaro. Very cool. After Ray's show, April said, "That's it. I'm done. May the 4th be with you." Oh, that was bad, Heath. Yeah. What was the one that I saw the other day? Since we're going to go down that road, what was the one that no, I'm not going to, because that was that's right. I think I've shared all the ones that unfortunately the sidetrack Sunday crew has already seen them. What's this wife that people are talking about? I talk like Yoda now that I'm older. It won't get worse. Wait a second. What the heck did I miss here? BK, I did 27 years. Sheesh. Wow. Have I bought any new or used rolling stock? Interestingly enough, I went ahead and the last purchase I made was three hopper cars that came from another fellow YouTuber, Ron over Classic Model Trains. It was a Western Maryland hopper, a Seaboard Coastline, and a Seaboard Airline. So I've got three new to me hoppers, which I've actually got them. I went ahead and put together car cards. I have them in the rotation. What I'm going to do, because I didn't want my hopper train to be any longer than what it already is, but I wanted those cars because I didn't have a 50-ton Western Maryland hopper. I had the shorter 30-ton one. So because of the fact that I'm from Maryland and that's one of the railroads that was around here, I had to have a Western Maryland hopper. So that was the last three pieces of rolling stock that I picked up. Before that, I had actually picked up a couple of gondolas and a couple of cabooses, which are still sitting in the back. I still have to make a KD conversion on one end for them to be able to run on the railroad. The reason for that is, and I've mentioned this actually in one of the Facebook groups, was that with over 300 pieces of rolling stock, it's not economical to go ahead and replace all those KD couplers at once. So the only ones that actually have KDs are the cars that go onto my locals. So what you end up with is, if you needed to or wanted to put in, well, and I've got a couple of older locomotives too that I can't convert to KDs because you have to do a whole lot of re-rigging, and I'm not looking to go that far. So I have transition cars that go between horn hooks and KDs. So those three cars are still horn hooks because the unit trains, which I've got a chemical train and I've got the hopper train, they're all horn hooks. They're not going to be, at least for the moment, not converted over to KDs. So, and I saw another question in here that came from Zotaro. What is my favorite engine? GP40, GP38s. Gotcha. It would take me a minute, but my favorite engine is actually sitting on the backside of the layout at the moment. It's sitting in the hidden yards. I am a big fan of electric locomotives, the E33s, the GG1s, things of that nature. I'm also a fan of a fan of steam engines. I do have a few steam engines, although I do not run them often. I do have steam engines. The steam engines I like because of the mechanicalness. The diesels because they're colorful. So, and I know that the Frankenstein is Sparky's favorite. Give me a second. Where the heck is he? Oh, there he is. There's that. Where's Frankenstein? There he is. Okay. Frankenstein. Well, we'll get into Frankenstein in a minute, but this here happens to be my favorite locomotive. This is a Pennsylvania GG1. This happens to be Blackjack. This is 4935. If it's gonna, there you go. This was actually given to me by the Sidetrack Sunday crew. The first year that we were a crew. I think it came in January 2021. So, but Frankenstein, This is Frankenstein. This is a GP9 with a BL2 front end. This here is a self-built locomotive. Well, not a self-built. It was something that I've been tinkering with. I still need to do the railings. I need to do the paint work on it. It will be painted up for the home road eventually. So yeah, it was. What had happened is this old GP9 was in an accident and the cab got screwed up. So the guys at the locomotive repair facility said, "Hey, wait a minute, we got the front end of an old BL2 floating around." So yeah, they grafted that on because there was nothing wrong with it mechanically. So they just went ahead and grafted that back in. All right, I just saw another question in here. How come you don't run the steamers? I do try to run the steam locomotives every once in a while. I had been trying to actually last year. I came up with the idea of doing something that I called Steam Train Sunday, where I would go ahead and bring out the steam locomotives and let them drag around the layout. I haven't done that this year. I have been, like I said, it has been busy for me. So I haven't had the chance to do that. Of course, we're getting ready to come up on the 4th of July, which means that I'm going to have the 1776 sets out. I bring those out once a year. I've got 4 sets. So I model 1876, so I've got 4 4.0s and 4 6.0s. Nice. Yes, that was the whole point, Zartaro. It was the whole point was to go ahead and come up with something that nobody else had. And when I finally get around to putting the actual paint on it for the home road, it's going to be even wilder looking. So, hey, Southwest Railroad, welcome in. It is. It was a great idea. The biggest issue that I was having, though, it was getting in here or getting down here to actually do it. That was the problem. Or the other issue is with all the work that I've been doing on the layout, sometimes it's not possible to run trains. So it is what it is. So you have that going as well. Right now I can't run the trains because I've got the bridge out. So I can't run anything at all at the moment. So it is what it is. Like I said, I'm trying to get some work done. This thing is a work in progress, a heavy work in progress. I know that there are a few new folks in here, and I appreciate you being here. For those that aren't aware, the railroad, the Beauville and Newtown, is the largest model railroad that I've ever built. This thing measures 34 feet by 8 feet. So it's a big layout. There's 2 hidden yards. There's a main yard on the layout. There's a passenger station down on the south end. There's going to be a farm area up here on the north end. And there's also a small industrial area over here that's got a scrap dealer and a gravel dealer in it. So yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Yeah, it's always a work in progress, and I never know what I'm going to be into. It's just what it is. I'm hoping it's done by the time I retire. Are you kidding? Do we ever want to finish our? You know what? That's the thing. If we ever finish one of these things, it's time to tear it apart and start over. I remember hearing somebody say that years ago. That model railroad is never finished. If it is, it's time to tear it apart and start over. Some of us never get that chance. Hey, John, it's all right, man. It's all good. Like I was saying here, I haven't done a live stream since April, because I had some family commitments that came up and some other things, so I haven't been on. In fact, even my weekly updates haven't been on time either. I mean, here it is, the one before the week before last that came out Saturday morning, because I flat ran out of time, between work and everything else. That is Ron over at the Southwest Railroad. I just happened to catch it. Mr. Montague. Have you heard of Southern New Jersey Tons of Railroad? Yeah, I actually have been. I've actually been up to New Jersey twice. Once to Atlantic City and once to go over to Yankee Dabbler. Been up with a bunch of YouTubers up at Yankee Dabbler. That was back in 2020. Man. Yeah, that's another thing. That's something else that just came up. I just noticed the other day as I was messing around with my YouTube channel. I'm getting ready to come up on 10 years of doing vlogs and live streams. It's hard to believe that I started this in December of 2014. Ugh. So yeah, it's been. Yeah, just watched the last one I watched was the scene with the wall and the bridge. Okay. My next meet and greet is going to be October 12th and 13th, I believe it is. That's when the GSMTS is in town. That's the Great Scale Model Train Show down in Timonium. I believe it is the 12th and the 13th. I'm checking it out now. It is the 12th and 13th. So that's the next meet and greet. That is the next time. The next time that there will be a get together. I know that there are some folks. That are coming in that aren't normally that aren't local. That'll be good to see if everything holds up. Ron messing with me. Oh. Pill time. I figured you would. So cool. GP40PH. Okay. Gotcha. Was that October? Right? Yes, that is October. October 13th or 12th and 13th. That is the GSMTS. So, yep. And did I see that Bob was taken off? Okay. Take it easy. So yeah, that I'll put a link to that in the description after this is over. But yeah, that is my next meet and greet. Let's see here. That is not what I wanted to do. I'm sorry. I'm actually over my shoulder here because I wanted to look. Oh, I know what I'm doing. No, I don't. I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. Anybody around Durham, North Carolina? I think, hey, Steve, you may want to try and hook up with Carolina Foothills. I think Dave is from that area, down in that area. I think. Sydney Train Show or Ray's Place. That's cool. That's cool. I actually, well, my 54th birthday, I was actually down at the Baltimore Streetcar Museum running streetcars. Check out C and E. Okay, I'll have to take a look at that, James. That's right. Yeah, I thought the Tammy was down in that area too. Yeah, but Dave from Carolina Foothills, I believe, is down there, and I think somebody else is. Artie just said the same thing. Sparky, I'm a short walk from Artie's house. Ray's place, Artie. uh, yeah, I'm nowhere near Vermont. Oh, geez. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to have to take a trip down south. Yeah, that's right. Jimmy from the DIY and Digital is down in that area too. Let's see. Yeah, we could do that, Zataro. I wanted to do that anyway because I also wanted to bring up Dan's model railroading journey. If nobody is, if there's anybody in here that's not subscribed to him too, were a couple of channels that I just happened to stumble upon this week. Yeah, Dan's doing some really neat work with that New Jersey Transit car. Thanks, John number 2. I was oh, James and John. There you go. See, that's one of the things we try to help each other out here. We try to do what we can. Obviously, subscribing to a person it is great, but you got to go in there and watch the videos because if not, YouTube will kick you out. So, it's one of those things, it's great. We got to support each other, which we do. But like I said, any type of help like that, that's great. So, I've been at this over an hour and I have got stuff I need to take care of before I wrap it up for the night. I've got to finish cleaning up the mess behind me. my painting area. So I think I'll be up there. Oh, nice. Yeah, one of these days I want to get down into North Carolina and meet up with Dave and them down there. And I want to get up to Canada again, or I want to get up to Canada so I can catch up with Sparky one of these days too, but and James, pardon me. So I'm beyond help. The hospitals keep kicking me out. Oh, man. So, all right, folks. Well, I'm going to call it a night. You all know the deal. Wait for the highball. Green tracks ahead. We'll catch you all next time. Be safe. God bless. We will see ya.